If you're looking for a new school for your child next year, you should check out St. Paul Public Schools. The district is having a school choice fair on Saturday, December 10th at the St. Paul River Center, and you need to check it out. 80% of students in SPPS are kids of color. They've got dozens of Black teachers and principals whose kids also go to schools in the district, and that means something. They understand the unique challenges our children face. They believe in inspiring our kids to think critically, pursue their dreams, and change the world. Remember Minnesota's open enrollment policy. You do not have to live in the city of St. Paul to attend a school in the district. So whether you've got a little one who's almost ready for kindergarten, an 8th grader going into high school, an accelerated learner, or a child with special needs, St. Paul Public Schools got you covered. So head on over to their school choice fair on Saturday, December 10th at the St. Paul River Center. Find out which one of their great schools is right for your baby. For more info, log on to their website at spps.org/apply.
It's time to knock some things off your bucket list. First up, travel the world. If you've always wanted to visit Hong Kong or vacation in the Swiss Alps and wondered what it was like, well, Jeanette, Evette, and Tina got the scoop for you. These jet-setting divas are always at some fun and exotic place experiencing the best of what life has to offer. And each week, they'll tell you all about it. These ladies are always high-flying loads of fun.
Hey, I'm Jeanette.
And I'm Evette.
And I'm Tina, and we are the Jet Setting Divas. Hey, ladies, what's going on in the world of travel, girls?
Yeah, people traveling every day.
Girl, I mean, travel. You know what? I never thought travel would be news the way travel has been news. That's what I've been, just kind of floored with. It's always something every day about something that happened in travel. People getting kicked off flights, from everything.
Travel is so important in people's lives now. I tell my family, travel to me is like church. It gives me life. It's a spiritual connection that I have with traveling. It connects me with God, and I mean it means a lot to me.
Okay,
that's why, and not only me but many other people too, and that's why. Tina, you're seeing it everywhere. It's so important to people.
Yeah.
It's therapy. It's therapy.
Therapy.
Travel is therapy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I think I feel sorry for people who don't explore and get out. Even if you travel somewhere outside of your city, there are so many people that just watch people travel, but they don't actually get out and engage in the travel process.
I don't think they actually really know how to travel.
They don't.
And that's why we are here to show you how to do it.
Yes. You can even travel with us because we've got a trip we're going on. In fact, this weekend, we're leaving Friday.
Yeah.
We're going to Mexico. We open this trip to other people and other viewers and listeners who want to travel with us, and we're also going to have more trips next year where you can travel with us.
But Jeanette, I think we talked about it just earlier. When we travel, we know each other. We don't know other people, and I guess I've been really floored with people you call friends, or people you call travel buddies, or people you think gonna have your back. When you leave out the door, Jeanette, if you ever say, you know what, I'm gonna walk down some street in a strange country, there's no way I'm gonna let you go by yourself. And I think the security and people just taking it lightly, that you're supposed to have people back when you travel. It ain't just about traveling and having fun and splitting bills. You gotta really take care of people.
But as we're seeing, that's not the case. With Shanquelle Robinson, you see, she went with people who she thought was her friend, and they weren't her friend. What do you got to say about that, Evette? You think they're your friend? And
I don't know about you. That's horrible. That's a horrible thing. But I do see today, and I don't know if y'all saw where the girl Jeanette, or whatever her name is, has been taken into custody. Did y'all see that?
No, I didn't.
But that's good. That's good. Because you know what? You don't let your friend leave a club by themselves.
Right.
Drive drunk. You don't let them go into the unknown by themselves without making sure you have actually, because think about it. I used to be married, and I love to go to the post office at midnight, and he would say, Stop doing that, because if something happened to you, they're going to come to me and think I did something. Because why would I not go to Evette? If I'm in a foreign country, my parents, my family is going to be like, Evette, what happened? You cannot just say, oh, well, she did what she did. I don't know. You're
No.
responsible.
Yeah, we don't stray away from each other. We're always, even if you just kind of walk off a little bit, I see you over there.
Yeah.
We don't just like go off
with strange
alone.
people or go off and I'm gonna go over here. No, we going as a group. We a unit. We gotta, and and I think that's one thing when I hope when we travel that people will see that you're not alone. You're not traveling by yourself. You're not going off by yourself. That's just not an option.
I know one time I was at the airport and I was in an earlier line to get on than you all were. And Tina was calling and she was looking for me. And she was like, I was looking for you. And I was on the plane. But we always look out for each other. If somebody gets lost, we always stay with each other. And anybody traveling with us know it's going to be safe. And we definitely not going to be fighting with you. The way we saw on that video, that was really disrespectful. We as Black people and as women, we should support each other. And we shouldn't be fighting with and filming fights and everything.
No, and even just leaving. How you get on a plane and go back home and leave?
Yeah.
A person who came with you body in a foreign country, or just I just it's just so many signs of you get those signs before you leave that they ain't really your friend, they ain't really about you.
You do get them. Maybe they say something, maybe they jealous of you. Maybe
you gotta
they were jealous.
You got signs. Maybe you putting stuff out. I know our podcast producer Shaletta, I read one of her Facebook that she put out, and she said either you with me 100% or you not with me at all. And that's what I feel like. Either you with somebody or you not with them.
I'll
be halfway with them because I like this little bit about them, but I don't like that.
Yeah, but is that the world we live in now? It's like
it is.
The things that I used to value, family and friends, it has come to this point where I really thought people who really had my back, they ain't really about they about what they can get out of me at the time. And once they done moved on or whatever, then it's, I mean, even this trip. Yeah, even this trip, people were like,
that is
y'all giving away a free trip. I'm like, yeah. And I really, I don't know. We got to lower our expectation about what we expect. What'd you say, Evette?
Yep. No, I was like, that is what happened with people was trying to see what they can get out of her, because she was a young girl. She was successful. She had her small business. She was making money. They were in a really nice Airbnb
that she was paying for.
I believe she paid for all of that, and they just flipped out, on her. And I think it's sad, that she didn't have anyone to come for her, a defense to help her.
Yeah.
And that they did her that way.
And that's why we have kids, and just seeking that attention and friendship that they want. You can't buy friendship. You can't. Friends are something that you got to build. It takes time. It's just like finding a husband or you got to invest some time. If I've been knowing you 2 months, and I've been doing most of the stuff, I'm already kind of like, what are you doing? Is this a two-way street? So I don't think they really paying attention to what kind of people they're calling friends.
And the thing about it, they videotape this girl get beat up, and the guy, he's like, well, fight back. No, don't do that. I mean, if I see, what we might have issues with each other, just verbal issues, and somebody is always like, stop. I'm always like, let's keep the peace. It ain't worth it. You stop that kind of stuff. You don't egg it on. I mean, it's terrible.
Yeah. And even just drinking, people are drinking to the point where you don't remember. I was just reading a story about a guy in Houston who his friends let him leave near a bayou, or, he leave a club. Next 2 weeks later, he found dead. And I'm like, how me as a friend gonna let y'all just walk off drunk and go fall?
Is that the one where they found a body in a bayou?
Buffalo Bayou.
I did see that.
Yeah, but it is kind of one of those things that, and I used to even say family. I love some of my family, but you know what? Same thing. You got to really be careful of who really, really is about you, or who's really gonna take care of you in a time of need. If you drunk and falling out, and you laughing and he high and not trying to take care of somebody, then I gotta wonder. You really trying to take care of me? Or you really hoping for me to something bad for me to happen to me or whatever?
But Tina, we're seeing that same thing in customer service. I know
Yes.
you were saying that you flew Frontier just last week. I know I flew Spirit. The customer service is down.
Girl,
it's not only don't you have friends, you don't even have the companies to support you anymore.
You sure don't. I mean, who gonna tell you get on a chat? Now, I get it, granted, we all on the internet, we all on our phones all day long. But when you sit and you have to chat to ask questions about rebooking my flight, what do I do? How do I get this credit? When is my credit card going to be refunded? And you chatting with somebody, they go off. They may come back a few minutes later. You're on your phone, but low battery, internet coverage. As soon as you get a pause, they'll hang up and move on to the next person.
It's almost like you can just forget about the chat, and you just gonna have to jump in your car and drive over to the airport.
Yes. And they probably and we already know Spirit. They'll say we only open until 10. I'm like, who only open for 3 hours?
So if
I'm gonna be there at 7 a.m. and you about to talk to me about my issue.
Yes.
It's all like chat. If like you're not going to offer any customer service anymore. I can't talk to you over the phone. Okay, well, I'm about to go and get in somebody's face.
So if our listeners don't know what we're talking about, we're saying that Frontier is saying they won't have any more customer service, so you can actually call and get somebody on the line.
Right.
And so now you have to do this chat. So you're in the Tina, tell us yours.
Chat,
you were in the airport. You in the airport.
They cancel my flight in the airport, and it's like, what do we do? If it wasn't because I'm an experienced traveler, I'm looking for another flight. But I watched hundreds of people just devastated because they had plans and they have no flight. They didn't know what to do. They didn't know who to call. I mean, in Frontier, like, go stand in some long line to tell for somebody to say, "Oh, we're gonna give you a refund." No, I need to get on a flight. But if you're the 55th person in line, they didn't gave them flights out.
So Tina, in this situation, what did you get on the phone? Were you in that chat? Did that work out well for you?
I didn't even worry. When the flight said I'm delayed, the first thing I did, I got on the phone and I started looking for flights. Okay. I mean, I got online, I started looking for flights, and I got American Reward. I called American. When I tell you, there's a girl, her name is Shawnee at American Airlines. That girl did not get off the phone with me until she booked my flight. She made sure that everything was okay. I took the survey. She did not get. I thought that she was the one that American Airlines had canceled my flight, not Frontier. That girl didn't get off until she made sure I had another flight. And she looked. I was like, I want to maybe fly to San Jose. Maybe I fly to Sacramento. Okay. Maybe.
Yeah. I got confused. Wait a minute. You said. Did you just mix this up? You said American Airlines canceled your flight, not Frontier.
Frontier canceled my flight. I got on the phone and called American representative for American Advantage. She helped me find another flight. She went to every city around the city I wanted to go to. She told me times. She acted like she made it as if American was the one who had made the mistake. She
American.
And I have to shout out to America.
Shout out to her.
Yes, because she was good.
She was just good, but we have had some bad experiences.
Yeah, but she was. I mean, I gave her.
Shout out to her.
Yeah, I gave her raving reviews. I wrote something. I went online. I sent because she was like, "I'm sorry this happened to you," because she was a live person, and she said, "Let me see what we can do." And when you don't have a live person you can talk to, they didn't. The person that's typing stuff, they on a quota. I worked customer service. I know y'all worked. They on a quota. How many people can I get off the phone, get an answer, and moved on? One and done. That's they focus is one and done. Get you off the phone, move you on, get to the next person because that's how they are rated. this girl.
So I will say with Spirit, I was in a similar situation with Spirit a few weeks ago, and we were able to call in and and find another flight and get booked on that flight. But unfortunately, with Frontier, that's no longer an option. And who knows with Spirit, because Spirit is giving you less customer service with the baggage. I know for my flight that I'm leaving on Friday, I measured my bag. I made sure that everything is up to sniff. So if I get there Friday and then I have issues, I'm gonna just be like, what are you talking about? Because this is what you say on your website that I can carry on as a bag.
But what do you do if they say you got to pay $100 or you ain't getting on the flight?
I'm bringing me a tape measure.
Yeah, bring your tape measure all you want. But they gonna say go put it in that little saucer.
Because I hear like really creepy, crazy stuff where they make those bins smaller than what they say.
And I'm gonna tell you.
So okay, you see I've already got a picture of my tape measure, so I'll be bringing mine too.
And I'm gonna tell you, and it is airport dependent. Not all airports are the same, because I was, texting and telling y'all while I'm in airports, no other airport was asking about. They mentioned it, but they didn't enforce. Oh, you got to do that. It's specific airports, DFW, that is like, get out of line, go get in this line because you got to pay for this bag. You got to pay. They don't even put you in the size so they like the bag to be. They have somebody walking around. So I'm gonna tell you another hack. Don't sit in the section where you flying out until you ready to get ready to leave, because they have somebody that's walking around looking at everybody's bag.
At your bag, watching you. Okay, stop her, stop him, stop her. Okay. That's crazy.
Another hack that we have is that we're gonna check one carry-on bag and
one check bag.
One check bag, and what we're gonna do is put all of our stuff together. We're splitting the cost, and what we saw today is that the cost of the check bag for me was $49. How much was it for you, Tina?
It was $62. But and the funny part about it was, I had not, and let me tell you what may be the difference. I had not added that flight to my trips. So it was just, sitting out there as a confirmation number with my last name. So I hadn't added it to my Spirit account. And I wonder if that was why. Now, I don't know if that's the reason.
I said it could be that, but I said that it's a possibility because you got your flight really, really cheap. And Spirit could be looking at the fact that you paid a low fare, and so they trying to recoup on your bag.
Yes.
You feel like they don't care about you anymore. They don't, do your friends care about you? Do the
customer service is trash these days? I went to Kroger's. They don't even have cashiers checking you out anymore. Everything is self checkout. The line at 5 p.m. was so long.
We work for ourselves when we go into the CVS,
but then Walmart, they want to look at your receipt. And what I told the lady last week at Walmart, I said, you should be paying me because I just work for you. Well, my first job was as a cashier, checking people out, and they
wasn't even good at bagging your groceries anyway. But still. But what they don't see that, I work in process improvement. And when companies start doing that, they are figuring out a way that they can reduce their workforce. Yeah. And what these people don't see is like, oh, well, I ain't got to be on a cash register. I'm just going to watch and make sure people checking out there. But you know what? The long-term thing is you're not going to have a job, because if a robot or a computer can go do your job, they don't need you. They can get a camera and some police officers off duty.
Okay, so have y'all seen this? Because you said robot. You can go to some restaurants, order food, and a robot brings your food.
Yes, exactly. I'm telling you, people are not looking at the big picture. It's all Blockbuster. You are being replaced by a computer, and you don't see it because you're thinking, oh, I don't have to do that anymore. But they're looking at people don't want to work. They can't pay a person to work in any type of service industry. So they're figuring out, well, you know what? It's going to be just like the way where you're going to check out your groceries, and there's going to be some scanner at the end that's going to say, oh, you didn't pay for that. beep, and it'll beep and hit your credit card, because everybody has Apple Pay, everybody has mobile pay. And I'm going to tell y'all think that that's a great thing, but mobile pay is an online connection. If you walk out of any place and you ain't paid, they already got your credit card information.
Yeah. And what I would say too, ladies, going into the future, would you all get on a plane if it was a robot flying it? Would you,
no.
Would
no,
you,
ma'am.
That's
just like an Uber car in the robot drive.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, we say that, but I'm like, how will we know? Have y'all ever just always looked in the cockpit?
No.
The pilot is standing there when you.
We see that, but sometimes the doors close. Sometimes
they go autopilot.
They don't let you, and they don't let you go in there after the flight is taken off.
Especially if it's one of those overnight flights, they go to sleep. One of them might be up, the other one's asleep.
Yeah, they take turns.
Sometimes they go on autopilot. So are we okay? I'm not okay with that.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, we got Teslas, we got cars driving themselves. We don't know what's next. They got those Altas. They got all kind of, Altos and all these different cars that'll ride next to us, and there's nobody driving the car. Especially if you go to Vegas. If you go to Vegas, y'all think you could order an Uber. But they got some cars out there that's out there driving. They got somebody sitting there, but they ain't really driving the car. They just making sure girl. We're in a world that I don't even know if we don't pay attention. I don't think we pay attention enough, is what I'll say. We don't pay attention enough to things that are going on that, I always call it that blockbuster effect. That they are doing something that one day you're gonna miss it, and everything will move on to a whole different thing. But I'm gonna tell y'all that Apple Pay and all of these credit cards that we are linking to our phones and mobile devices and tap to pay, this stuff is really a bigger picture of they ain't gonna have to worry about having people there, because they can charge you, because the internet, the exposure will be able to pick up whatever device you have that has a credit card or something connected to the bank. They're just gonna charge you. And then what you got to do? Talk to a chat and try to figure out how to get the thing off your credit card bill. Go figure.
Yeah. It's crazy. We're in a crazy world, but
Yeah, it is. I mean, it is what it is. But I tell you, there's no honor among thieves. I'm telling you, they all gonna get you some way, one way or another. So I'm figuring we got to lower our expectations on these customer service, because it ain't it ain't like it was back. It ain't like it was like when we were younger. Like
and we get there Friday. We got
not at all.
We got to be ready with our measuring. We've got to, because we're carrying, and in fact, we need to go over and make sure that our bags fit into the counter that they tell us to. We can get them on the personal, because we're carrying that. We get the check bag. We need to put some stuff in there. We need to figure out. So yeah,
I'm just gonna pray that person is having a good day and the Lord is with them. And because I'm telling you, a bad attitude of someone who's had a bad day, that's worse than anything we can ever deal with.
Yeah,
because if their day is not going well, your day ain't gonna go well, because they gonna take it out on everybody. And that's all I gotta say.
Yep. So it looked like we're not getting the customer service. We don't get the friendships we used to have. Ladies, we just
lower your expectations. Those are days of old. When they talk about the old days, those were the old days, girl.
Those were the days.
Even in dating, you have to lower your expectations.
Oh Lord.
Girl, okay, we're gonna say that one for the next show, Jay.
Yeah. All right.
Well, I'm Jeanette.
And I'm Evette.
And I'm Tina. And we are the Jet Setting Divas.
Go and follow Jet Setting Divas on all our social media platforms. We are everywhere.
Awesome.
Tune in next Thursday when the Jet Setting Divas will tell you about another fun destination spot that you'll want to visit. For more on their excursions, log on to ShalettaMakesMeLaugh.com.
You deserve more internet than what you get from just your cell phone. Get free high-speed internet at home, a $29.95 value when you qualify for Internet Essentials Plus and the Affordable Connectivity Program. Enjoy more streaming, gaming, and video chatting on more devices for free. With unlimited data and a wireless gateway included at no extra cost. No fees, no taxes, and no annual contract. Connect to more of what you love for free with Xfinity and the Affordable Connectivity Program. Click, call, or visit a store to learn more.
At Hy-Vee, we take pride in being part of the communities we serve. In 2021, we donated more than 14 million meals, and this year, we're committed to doing even more. For over 90 years, we've been the place that people turn in time of need, and we take that very seriously. That's why we're loading our semis full of food this week and making deliveries across the Midwest to help families this Easter. To join our effort, simply donate when you're at the checkout. Together, we can make a big difference for those in need.
There's a new way to get around in North Minneapolis. It's Metro Transit Micro, a new ride-sharing service that connects you with Metro Transit bus routes or wherever you need to go on the north side. It's convenient, affordable, and accessible. Metro Transit Micro uses minibuses to reach more neighborhoods, and you'll have shorter wait times. It costs just the same as bus routes, and it's easy to use. You can pay your fare in cash, a go-to card, or the Metro Transit app. Just go to metrotransit.org/micro. Download the app and create your account. It's really simple. So whether you're going to a friend's house in Bryn Mawr to watch the Vikings game, or you need to get dropped off at the Metro C Line station to hop on a bus to get to work across town, Metro Transit Micro got you covered. Book a ride, get picked up, and get where you need to go. Start riding today on one of the new Metro Transit Micro minibuses.
It's back to school time, and that means it's back to cooking breakfast for your kiddos and making school lunches. That's a lot of cracked eggshells and cut-off sandwich crust. Now listen, before you think about throwing those food scraps away, think about recycling them. Ramsey County has a program that can help you do just that, and it won't cost you a dime. Ramsey County has a free food scraps recycling program that lets you collect stuff like apple cores, coffee grounds, and veggie scraps. Here's how it works. Put all those scraps into a compostable bag. Then once a week, drop it off at a free food scrap site by your house. And listen, I understand that life is busy, so if you can't get there once a week, just toss the bag in the freezer until you can find the time to do it. To locate a food scrap collection site near you and to get more information about the program, visit ramseyrecycles.com/food scraps and tell your friends and family about it. Let's all do our part to help save the planet.
All right, did you know I was the Mommy Slam Dunk Champion?
Really?
Yes, really, don't sound so surprised.
Let's see it.
Oh, you're ready. All right, here we go. Let's hear the crowd. So go to right, go to left, fake a mom. Mama, go up, mama!
She did it.
Again? You can't avoid gravity, but United Healthcare can help you avoid financial surprises by helping you compare costs and doctor quality ratings. United Healthcare.
Uh-huh.